we're going to bring you devotions today. This week is
VBS!
And so we wanted to share one of the songs with you. For worship this weekend, you'll be singing one of these songs. So this is giving you a little preview to teach you. This is one of my favorite songs. It's called The Same Power. And I love it because of the words and the text. And so it says, the same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. And I really like that part, lives in us. God is powerful and lives in us. And that reminds me of a very special event in our lives when God comes to live in us. When is that time? Baptism. Baptism. When that is so special, when God claims us as his child. I always tell the girls when we used to drive to school, what's one of the most important things that you could share about yourself to anybody? And it's that
I am a child of God.
That we are children of God. That what a beautiful thing that we can say that God has claimed us, and that we can proclaim then more of all that Jesus has done for us to somebody. So besides that Jesus rose from the grave, and the power that commands the dead to wake lives in us. Then it goes, the same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea lives in us, lives in us. And some of those raging seas might not actually be riding on a boat in a sea, but we might have ways of life that are like a raging sea in our lives, and we can trust that God's power is with us and that he will take care of us. The next part, it goes, we have hope that his promises are true. We get to nod. In his strength, there is nothing we can't do. Yes, we know there are greater things in store. We will not be overtaken. We will not be overcome. Even though many things in this life are extremely hard, God will always be with us, and he has overcome it all, and we can trust in that. So we're going to sing for you, and if you listen to this more than once before Thursday or Sunday, you'll be set for worship. So here we go.
The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm the raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, lives in us. We have hope that his promises are true. In his strength, there is nothing we can do. Yes, we know there are greater things in store. We will not be overtaken. We will not be overcome. The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that
the Bible verse that goes with that song and for that VBS day is from Romans 8:11.
The Spirit of God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you.
Very good. Thank you. So know that through those troubles, God's power, that's what we're learning this week. God's power helps us be bold and to face hard things and to have hope and to lets us live forever and to make friends. And so that's what we're learning this week in VBS, and know that you have that assurance in Him as well. Have a good day.
Bye. Miss you.